Hello? Is anybody there? Not yet. Hold on. Hello to everybody who is joining. So I had intended on doing a design. I don't even know if there's anybody in here yet. Are you in here yet?
I am now.
Say something in the chat so I can see. Oh, and mute you. Okay. Oh, hi everybody. Okay, so I intended on this being a really awesome video on how to alter these glasses right here. How to make them have polka dot stripes, whatever you want. Unfortunately, OBS is not my friend right now. So this is really my first time using OBS since I had my laptop back, and apparently there were some settings changed, so I can't do a screen capture right now or even a window capture of any kind, which means I can't show you how to design something because it can't show you the screen. So we're just going to chit chat about what's new in 3D printing, and I'm totally unprepared for this. I can talk to you guys about these awesome glasses and that, but unfortunately, Nick can attest I've been in here for 2 hours trying to get everything to work, and I thought I had my capture card up and running, only to realize it wasn't going to work. But we will get that working. In the meantime, I'm back to my webcam, but at least it films in HD, which means people will hopefully not complain anymore about the lack of HD footage. I hope you guys can hear me, because I have my mic on. I hope it's working. I hope you're not getting double mic. Are you getting double mic? Do I sound strange?
You sounded fine when I had you on the speaker.
Okay, good. So anyway, how is everybody tonight? I also can't include the chat right now because I can't do a screen capture of any kind on OBS because it hates me. Hi Tessa, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, did you hear that Protopasta is releasing 2 more glittery colors, and I'm so excited. I know they're releasing their green. I think the other one that they're releasing is the purple, and I will be buying both because I'm super excited. Crispy is in the background printing.
Yep.
We actually have our 2 quietest printers printing right now. I did have the multi-material unit printing, and then I hit it really hard with my elbow when I went to sit down, and it shifted the bed, and I got the worst duplicating mess. I don't know if you'll really be able to see. I can't really zoom with this, and I can't focus. But you can see down here there was supposed to be it was supposed to be lined up, and it's not. So that's no longer printing, which is probably a good thing because it's pretty noisy. The Mark III is printing awfully quiet, and Crispy is printing awfully quiet. Crispy was our quietest printer until the Mark III came along. Trying to catch up. Sorry, there's a lot.
People are saying everything sounds fine there. Mike said I ordered you both new glitter filaments. I keep that, and I would because I love you, and that's what love is.
Well, I mean, come on.
You know what love is. Sorry.
Let's talk for a second about the Protopasta glitter filament and the fact that the glitter doesn't go anywhere. You're perfectly fine with glitter filament because the glitter stays in the filament.
Yeah, that's like saying all the diseases at the CDC are fine because they all stay in the CDC.
That's like the worst ever.
Totally accurate.
Worst comparison ever.
Totally accurate.
So yeah, so Protopasta is coming out with some new glitter. I do have their my nearly headless unicorn that apparently really under extruded. I upped the temperature from 215 up to 220, and that seemed to fix it. Somewhere. Oh, I'm so not prepared for today. I was prepared for the other. I even had like websites up and everything, and now I can't do it. I printed this, which is their glitter filament as well, and this one printed fine at 220 on the Mark III. And I have to say, I did tell them that I thought it needed a little bit more glitter when I reviewed the prototype that they sent me, and they added extra glitter, and it's so much better. So much better. Yeah, it's totally Nick. It's not you, Nick. This Nick. The unicorn is nearly headless Nick. Yeah, so, oh no, he's still hanging on. Oh, I just killed it. Sorry, nearly headless unicorn. That was terrible. So yeah, so I'm a huge fan of their latest, the Cupid's Crush filament. Really, I don't think there's any Protopasta glitter filament that I'm not a fan of. They did send me a sample of their prototype that's replacing the OG. Now, the OG is my favorite ever. And I don't know if there will ever be anything to replace it. It will always be my favorite ever. This is the OG sneak peek at the prototype so far. I don't know if it will be changing at all, but here is the prototype, which I feel like should be called Cinderella's Slipper, because it has a very subtle hint of glitter to it. Bye, Tessa. So yeah, does anybody have any questions for me? Since this is not the stream I intended it to be, I am unprepared. Who's got questions? I think in the last stream somebody had asked, actually I think it was in the stream with Pooch, somebody had asked me about the coffee table, an update on that. I'm still trying to figure out how to recycle my filament into like a scrap resin insert so that I can make a coffee table top out of resin, so that I can still recycle some of my filament, but instead of doing it by creating a new filament out of it, instead use it to create a new work of art, which would be a tabletop. So I'm hoping that I can really figure that out sooner rather than later. I don't even know where to start, to be completely honest. I've never worked with any resin, poured resin type of product. I don't know how to make a form for it. It's not just a square top, it's a like rounded off triangle. So that just adds a little bit of complication to it. And I really just don't know what I'm doing. So as soon as I have a chance to sit down and kind of look through what I need to do, I will get started on it. In the meantime, we've got a gigantic trash can here of failed prints and scraps and support material that I can use. What am I missing?
Chatting about all kinds of stuff over here.
Like what?
No questions have come across yet, but the Skewed View 3D and I were talking about the Hulk Axe, which is being printed and maxing the build volume on Crispy. Tessa had to run.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Chelsea's out here.
Hi, Chelsea.
Llama is doing his first big print on the new custom-made Core XY.
Ooh, how exciting.
Got it running today. Going to see how it comes out.
That sounds like fun.
Lots of people coming in. Mike saying hashtag Team Nick t-shirts soon. I totally agree.
Whoa. Nick has been Team Nick for years. Him and my dad. My dad's Team Jerry and Nick is Team Nick. And when those two get together, it's Team Nick and Jerry, and screw everybody else.
That is not true.
It's so true.
It's kind of true.
It's so true.
We have Mickey Man Mike just showing up.
Oh, good. Hi. How is everybody?
catches us up for the moment.
Well, good. So, for those of you who missed my introduction today, I intended on doing a video on how to make your 3D printed glasses your own by adding polka dots or stripes or whatever you might want to them. I was all prepared for it, minus the technology standpoint. Unfortunately, OBS does not want me to do any screen captures or display captures of any kind. So until I can figure out the settings, in the couple minutes of research I did, it looks like it's a graphics card setting that I need to adjust, but then I tried to adjust it, and of course I had to update GeForce Experience, and then the computer restarted, and oh my god, just one thing after another. It is just not my night tonight. So, yes, we do need to we have a mic, but I need a splitter, is what I need.
We probably got one of those or anything.
I need a splitter, because I have an extra lapel mic. I mean, I could probably just sit this here and take my directional mic off, and people could probably hear better.
So Chelsea's actually got a question.
Oh yeah, what's your
Random
question?
one. Have you had any tiny little bubbles forming on your PEI on the MK3 bed?
So little tiny bubbles, but none that I can actually feel through to the top. The top is still smooth. I would pull the bed off and show you and take a closer look, but it's printing right now. Let me, yeah, I mean, they're like little tiny micro bubbles, but they don't actually, you don't feel them on the surface, you can just see them. So yeah, have you had a problem with them affecting prints, or you do just see them? Ooh, that's a cool idea, melting filament and turn it into puzzle pieces.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
I like it, make it clever.
All right, we're going to try. Tell me if you guys can hear Nick better.
Mike is saying we need a mixing board, then we can balance, maybe mute me as necessary.
Oh, that would be awesome. Can you hear him better now?
Chelsea saying printed a large print on it last night, just had a ton show up on it now.
I noticed when I printed for the first time, that's when I started noticing them. So every spot that I've printed in, I see a bunch of little tiny bubbles, but they haven't actually affected any of my prints. But as I've printed in different areas, more bubbles have shown up in those areas. But again, I haven't noticed it actually affect anything, so I'm not worried about it.
All right, so Chelsea's saying so far not affecting print, she doesn't think. Astute 3D is saying nope, can't hear me. 3D printing Lana saying no sound at all.
No
Lana
sound at
saying
all.
lost us. Big Man saying now silent. Both muffled.
Can you hear me now? Apparently that did not work.
Astute 3D is saying like Charlie Brown teacher.
Can you hear me now? Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
Now they're saying yes. Chelsea's
Sorry,
saying
we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to sit down and figure that out. What was I saying?
you were talking about the PEI.
Yeah, so I noticed that as I was printing in different areas of the bed, that's when I was finding the bubbles showing up. So if I printed an area that I hadn't printed in before, suddenly as soon as I removed that print, I had some bubbles. But they haven't affected any prints, so I'm, to be honest, not worried about it. If it starts to affect the prints, then I will start worrying about it. I am starting to wonder when things are going to be shipping in terms of when we're going to be able to buy replacement beds. I did damage one side of my bed. Well, I damaged the PEI. I didn't damage the bed itself, so I can always replace the PEI on that side. In the meantime, I have flipped it over, but if I want to smoothly transition it to a replacement piece, the easiest way would be to be able to put a new piece on it. So I would like them to be available, even if it's the same one and not powder coated. So Matt's saying for the bubbles, take a razor blade and press in the center and then work the bubble toward the hole. That's fine and good, but I would worry that that would actually affect the first layer smoothness. But I don't know. Like I said, until they start affecting my print, I don't really care if they're there. Yeah, it's not as pleasant to look at, but like I said, if it's not affecting it, I'm not really worried about it.
Getting some talk about how if we had a streamer, we could just mute me. And then Mike was saying when I'm muted, we could just put a big splash, unmute Nick. Think Save Ferris graphic on the screen.
Can you guys hear what he's saying
and
at all?
Mike saying donate to unmute Nick. Ron Hunt saying really wants a powder-coated piece, making him sad.
I would really like the powder-coated piece. I actually would really like this smooth powder-coated piece. I had this conversation with Repcord when I was streaming with him that I like the look of the textured, but for things like my ears, I want them to be viewed similarly all the way around. And if I have a textured bottom, then that's going to change the way it looks one side or the other. And I do have some ears that are reversible, so that would make one side look awfully funny. And if you had one side showing on one and the other side on the other, then it would look funny. So I would like to try out the smooth textured, non-textured PEI. That's powder coated.
Chris is saying smooth on one side, textured on the other would be nice.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. I don't know. I don't know what goes into powder coating something, to be completely honest. I know somebody who does that for a living, but I have no idea what goes into it. Yeah, I mean, the sound guy is like non-existent. He's a slacker.
Hell?
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh.
Hence non-existent. As in literally he doesn't exist.
At me. Not so subtle, by the way.
No, I meant literally does not exist. So I guess that's part me that I need to figure it out. But as you can tell, I really tried. At least we have a webcam now. Because before we didn't even have that. And hopefully that at least looks okay.
Any better? A little white.
Yeah, I mean, I would like one of each. I want a textured and a smooth. I don't even care if it's double-sided. I want one of each. And if he would bring them out, I would buy one. Two. I would buy two. I'd buy them. But they need to be available for me to do that. Yeah, and I can't choose between Team Chelsea and Team Garrett. Sorry. There needs to be a t-shirt like Travis.
Team Gelsey?
Yeah.
Charrot? Team Charrot.
Travis from Abuzz Design modeled a t-shirt for them that was a combo of the two.
Nice.
It was perfect. What file's not found?
I have no idea. They're probably just...
No, I really do need some sun too. I'm so pale.
It's freaking February in New England. Anybody who's tan here is the president visiting.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I mean, I know the concept of powder coating, but I don't know what would go into it to be able to make one side smooth and one side textured, and if that would even be possible. But if it is possible, it should totally happen. Of course, I guess if you are having difficulties having it work in the first place, I'm sure the last thing that you're concerned about is doing it more complicated and textured on one side and not on the other. Oh, got it. We're I got it with the 404. I'm slow sometimes.
Miggy, we don't always have electricity.
True, we were out of electricity yesterday. And by out of it, I mean the power went out because we had 8 inches of snow that apparently trees couldn't handle.
No. I found out what it was. One of my friends lived near it.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
Yeah, power line or a pole caught on fire.
Oh, nice. A power line caught on fire. Do we know why a power line randomly burst into flames?
A squirrel wanted to end it all. I don't know.
Oh, man, poor squirrel. Yeah, so we didn't have power for a little while yesterday. So we went and saw a movie. We saw the Black Panther, which was really good. However, we both agreed that it should have come out before Thor Ragnarok. You guys mull that over if you've seen it. Tell me if you agree.
Let me see. Whew, talk about the powder coating, man. That is all into it.
I know. I'm trying to scroll up.
Build plate are available for order. Get one of the smooth PEI surfaces and apply it over the textured surface on one side.
I don't know if that would actually work.
No idea.
I guess it would depend on how textured it is, but based on the texture of the Mark II's little LCD case, I don't think it would work. I think the texture is too deep for it to do anything. But I do like the super smooth texture of the Mark III. But so I don't know if putting a piece of PEI on one side would help that. If they're doing the powder coating on both sides and not just one side. I don't know how they're doing that. I don't think they've really said. But if it's powder coated just on one side, then in theory on the other side you could put a piece of PEI. But if not, it might be too textured. What am I missing?
We were asked if we lost any prints to the power outage.
Yes, but not drastically. Nick had a print going for what, 2 hours at that point? Hour and a half?
It was only 45 minutes.
Oh, 45 minutes. So Nick had a print going for 45 minutes, and I had a print that was going for like 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. So nothing crazy. Just a couple of, I think I was printing 3 tiaras. And that was it. So nothing crazy. People did ask, and so I guess I should answer this question here. I was asked on Twitter why we don't have a generator or UPS set up. The problem is having that is fine, but running a generator is expensive. It takes gas. Right now, gas prices are inching up there. And that basically means that every dollar of profit that I get off of a print that I'm selling goes directly into the generator gas tank. So the only things that we will print on using the generator is something that needs to go out that day or the next day. You know, like if I'm running behind, if orders are running behind and I need to get something out, which has only happened once, then we will run the generator to finish up that last order, but that will be it. And that's just so that I don't mess up on anybody's orders or trips or anything like that. Hi, Heather. Welcome to my disaster of a stream. I mean, I guess it's going fine, but it started off as a disaster. Oh, do I need to put a link to that model in the chat?
You could.
Yeah, so do you have any parts of it over here? Or no, they're in the other room.
Them.
So Nick is currently printing something to go along with the Thor hammer that we have. Hulk hammer, sorry. The Hulk hammer. The one from Thor Ragnarok. And a skewed view 3D.
Definitely gonna take some finishing.
A skewed view 3D, it told us that they had the axe. So Nick has started to print. The handle is printed. So this will be the, I can't even get it all in the frame. So this will be the handle of the axe. And then you've got the axe head. There were some issues with Crispy's printing. we'll chat about those for a second. Some of it looks like over extrusion, just your basic over extrusion.
Well, some of it was I didn't use supports for the top piece there, so that's
right. So there is some little blobs and zits on this, which you probably won't be able to see because I can't autofocus this. So that's not really a problem. We did have some under extrusion here too, which was weird because to go from over extrusion to under extrusion is pretty drastic. But it was only one little spot up at the top right here. I don't even know if you can see it. Probably not. But yeah, so there's a little bit of under extrusion right there. The one that had the most drastic in it is clearly over extrusion, so I think we need to dial in these settings a little bit. Is this one, and you can see the texture on there, I think. I hope. Wow, yours is really behind.
Huh? Yeah.
Can you see the texture?
Sort of.
If I change the light. So there's a lot. So the completely flat areas, like right here, it's not so bad. It's when you get to areas like this that it's not so good. And I don't know if you're really going to be able to see that texture. But anyway, good night, Pooch. So we need to do some dialing in, or rather, I guess Nick needs to. It's his printer. I'll help him, but if he needs help. But it is very exciting to see Crispy back up and running. And for the most part, doing a pretty good job. Yeah, I don't even know if... I mean, some primer filler, and I really think that's all it would need. It wouldn't need Bondo. Maybe a little wood putty. That's it. It's not drastic enough. But Nick did make a good point. For an axe head, it's kind of a cool texture.
It's cool. It's super cool texture for an axe.
Yeah, for an axe head, it's kind of the perfect texture. As long as the other side of the axe head does the same thing. The one that's not quite as nice is on the handle.
Yeah, but even that's still standing.
It is a little strange, though. I wonder if you've got some loose something or others.
That's possible.
Because it started off, when you first started printing it, fairly smooth. But then when you get to this piece, which was printed next, it's kind of a mess. Anyway, so we will be troubleshooting that a little bit, try to figure it out. So that's Nick's big print that he's got going on. I'm just up to my eyeballs and ears, and tiaras, and more ears, and glitter unicorns. What did I miss?
People coming in. We got John. You do it coming in.
Hello.
Did you see Heather in?
I did see Heather. I said hi to Heather.
Bill 3D is in here.
Hello.
Sonic Loser, Maddie Goldenfell.
Oh my goodness, so many awesome people. Hi. How is everybody today?
If I'm missing people, Brew It, Print It, Build It, Blast It.
Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. So anybody who's brand new, this was supposed to be a stream on how to adjust your glasses and make them your own with me showing you how to design things.
Chris came in too. I forgot about
Hi, Chris.
Go on, forget Chris.
But it failed. I couldn't get OBS to work, so I mean it's working now, but it won't let me screen capture. So until that happens, you will be stuck with just this. So sorry. Hopefully I can figure it out soon.
Yeah, it's my fault, guys.
Fingers crossed.
Went to Black Panther yesterday, kept her away from stuff.
Right, totally. Because I didn't have a dead laptop and no way to power it.
Well, the generator was running for a little while.
Very little while. Yeah, so apparently it has to do with my graphics card and some settings, I guess. I don't know. I guess I have to research it a little bit more. But then I tried to update GeForce Experience, and then the computer restarted. It was just like one thing after another. It was a rough night. Nick, you need to talk louder. What if I move the mic closer to him? Can you hear us both better?
Sounded like my grandpa. I'm sorry, I'll enunciate. How now, brown cow? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. Unique New York.
Say that 5 times fast.
Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York.
That wasn't
Unique
fast
New
enough.
York. Unique New York.
That wasn't fast enough.
What
Oh man, can you guys hear him a little bit better with the mic over there?
Getting a better now.
Okay. So don't mumble, and I move the mic closer to you.
Let him out of the hole he's in.
I swear he's not in a hole.
I'm in a hole!
Although he is a little further away than he used to be because we moved around the studio yesterday and the couch is in a different spot, a little further away.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Apparently you need a drink.
He's not wrong.
Is he in a bucket? Are you in a bucket?
No. No, I'm not in a bucket.
Apparently he's not.
5 times fast, do a shot. 5 more times, rinse, repeat.
Hi, baby girl. Bella's come in here. She's usually antisocial, but of course, every time I stream, she comes in here. Are you in your own heated enclosure?
Are we referring to a Joe Mike grow tent?
Yeah, I really don't have anything else for you guys. If there's anything you guys want to chat about. Bella, people are saying hi to you.
People giving you love on the interwebs. Yeah, you get in
She hasn't been in a video in a while, because now I film up here and she's little.
You are little.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else for you guys. I know this is riveting, YouTube.
Throw questions out, folks. What do you got?
Anybody got any questions? Let's see, I've talked about Protopasta's glitter, and that I love the pink. It's amazing. It's the prettiest pink ever. Yes, Earth tickets are on sale. I guess we can talk about that. Did you guys put it on the Facebook?
I thought I put it on yesterday. Apparently the post didn't go through, so I need to repost on the Facebook.
Okay, so I guess I should find the link for that then.
Well, I haven't posted it. So. Oh, you want the link for the tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Because I can do that. So, Earth, the East Coast Rep Rap Festival, is happening the end of June, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, in Bel Air, Maryland. And we just released tickets up for grabs. They are free for children, $10 for adults, $8 for senior or military, and $20 for families. And the price will be going up just slightly at the door. But just slightly. Just a couple dollars. Basically a couple dollars to make up for the processing fee. Children under 18. Kids are kids.
Chillin' is chillin'.
I was getting the link. I'm so scatterbrained, guys.
Right?
It's terrible.
That's why I put it out there.
Oh,
I'm
man.
a 51-year-old child.
That doesn't count.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Jim. As soon as she said Bel Air, my head started, right there with you.
I've never heard that song played at a wedding until we were in Philly.
Until we were in Philly, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
and I never imagined hearing it at a wedding again.
No, unless we have another wedding that we're going to in Philly.
Right.
Where is... Oh, how to register. Let's... Oh, Bella. Careful, child.
Yeah, come on, kiddo.
Are we good? Can you still hear me? Can you still see me? I lost my link. There we go.
I
Alright.
figured you were going to buy tickets quickly.
Copy link location. Okay, this should work. You might get a error, I guess. We'll see. Does it work? It works! Success. So there is a link to buy tickets. There is also a spot on there where if you want to reserve an exhibitor table, that is not a sponsor table, that's just an exhibitor table. There is a spot that you can select that instead of just a normal ticket. So, if you're interested, have at it. Bye, Heather. I think that's really all I have to say.
That's all I got to say about that. All right, Forrest. Way to go.
Will there be beer concessions open at IRF?
I don't believe we're
so.
actually allowed to do that.
Yeah,
that
I don't
was
think
part
we're allowed
of it.
to.
We wanted to. I wanted to have that discussion, and I don't think the venue actually allows us to serve alcohol on the premises. Now, that's not saying they can't serve alcohol.
We need to talk about that further.
Yeah,
though,
I don't know if they
say
can or
anything.
not, but it's a decision that we need to talk about. So.
If you're interested in a sponsor table, please email us, info@eastcoastreprapfest.com. We are setting up the links for that here soon. Hopefully this week. Next week? When's our next meeting?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. So maybe we'll chat about it and see if we can get more going.
Get a local homebrew club together for a table.
Are we considered local?
Can be if we bring it with us, I suppose. Jeff, if you're tempted to get a table, what's table reservation? $10?
It's the same price as a ticket.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it's no different cost-wise than your normal ticket to get in. The only difference is that it tells us that you want to reserve a table. So that we can guesstimate how many tables we need to set up, and possibly if we run out of tables, cut it off. But that's it. It's the same price. If you are debating it, I would just do it, and then if you change your mind, you can always let us know and say, hey, I reserved a table and I don't need one. It's easier to do that than the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I would hate for you to decide you wanted one, and then if it gets crazy and awesome, which I'm hoping it does,
it's gonna be crazy and awesome.
then you can always. It would be harder to tell us at that point that you want a table, especially if we're already booked up.
I would think that allowing alcohol on the floor would have an impact on the insurance rates. Mike, you're probably not wrong about that.
Yeah, and I can't remember. That was all discussed so long ago, to be honest, that I can't remember what had been the official response. I want to say that we couldn't do it because the venue didn't allow it.
That's what I thought it was too.
But I can't remember. Can't remember.
Yeah.
We are working on discounted hotel rates.
Yep.
As soon as we know more about that, we'll let you guys know.
Tailgate party. It is a college campus.
Yeah, it is a college campus. I don't know what the rules on that are.
I have no idea.
That stuff we'll have to figure out. We'll let you guys know as we know.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. I want to go to a maker fair. When's our local maker fair?
Do we have a local maker fair?
We do. It's a Mid-Coast maker fair, though.
Where is it? Hold
I
on.
don't remember.
Searching.
I mean, there's, like, Dover has a maker fair.
Yes, Mike. If you book a table, you can scalp it later. Mike's going to be the shady guy out in the parking lot with a trench coat on. Like, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I don't know where. I know we have a Dover maker fair.
We might have a Dover maker.
No, I know there is one, but it's
Dover
small.
Mini Maker Fair. No information available.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a Portland one.
Let's assume not.
I'm pretty sure I know there's a Mid-Coast one, but I don't know what Mid-Coast is pretty expensive. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it is. So it was.
Yes,
August,
we have a Dover,
August,
New Hampshire.
August
Not named, New Hampshire.
26th was the one last year.
Yeah,
So
summer. I
let's
knew it was
assume probably
summer
into summer.
because we couldn't go for some reason.
Where were we in August last year?
Bye. Thanks for watching.
I honestly have no idea where we were.
I don't remember. I actually don't think it was that. I think we had other plans.
Which is a possibility.
I feel like we had pig roast was that weekend.
Oh yeah.
Pig
Yeah,
roast.
I'm never gonna make it to Dover Maker Fair.
Our
if
friends
it's
of
pig
ours do
roast.
pig roast every year, and it's
They
fabulous.
buy a
And
pig, they
we-
kill it, they roast it.
You
It's
know,
amazing.
The place kills it.
Whatever.
They don't kill
It ends up dead. And it's delicious.
Yeah, so we had that weekend.
Oh, Miggy Man. This is
It's-
New. This is
yeah,
New
this-
England.
this is
everything.
New England, so
everything is.
everything out here
We
is.
have a Dover. We have a Gloucester. We have a Portsmouth. We have Salem. We got everything.
Yeah, we got a lot.
It's all the same.
We also have Paris.
Well, we have Paris, Norway, Mexico. Yeah,
we
Maine's
got
got
all
a bunch
sorts
of
stuff.
fun, happy stuff.
Exactly. Pig roast.
Uh-huh.
Did you find the mid-coast one?
I'm working on it. I'm looking for ones around.
Yes, Nick will be playing PUBG after the live
I
stream.
will be playing PUBG after the live stream.
I don't know how he's going to be playing or who he's going to be playing with, but he will be playing PUBG.
Yep. Yep. Is that an invite, John? Are we an invite to play? I got a couple second place finishes yesterday. I didn't get a.
You should bring a grill that big that can hold a gigantic pig on it to murder. I guess that's
Yes.
not really a gigantic pig. 150 pounds is a small pig.
Yeah, the one that they normally cook up is closer to 250 or 3.
300, yeah, 250 3. I can't remember the one that was at our wedding
Oh, that was awesome.
because we had a pig roast at our wedding.
That's how we
Because we're
roll.
cool like that.
That's how we roll.
PUBG is players.
Camden? Good God. It's like 2.5 hours from here.
Players Unknown Battlegrounds. It's a video game that you can play on Xbox and PlayStation.
No, it's not out on
Just
PlayStation yet.
Xbox, apparently, because Xboxers are the cool kids.
Right? You know it.
Basically, the concept. So, if you've seen the Hunger Games, it's like the Hunger Games, only in
Video game
game form. So you are dropped onto an island, and you have to loot for stuff to arm yourself. And
Frying pans.
the last person standing wins.
Oh, it's on PC too.
Oh, it's also on
Dragon
PC.
Monk is correct.
So basically, just the PlayStation kids are not cool enough for PUBG. Sorry, guys. According to PUBG, not me.
There is a London in the States as well, and in Canada. Yep.
Oh, Mickey Mouse ears. Okay, I can do that. Let me grab a headband over here. Should show you my horrific workstation. Because right now it is a mess. These ones are custom ones. Customs that I did for myself because...
Shopping, dress up, die.
What?
Oh, PUBG. Shopping, dress up, die.
Wow.
By the way, Midcoast is in Camden. The 5th Mini Maker Fair was finally here, and it was October? No, 9.
My bow is crooked.
Beginning of September last year.
So these are my ears. These ones are my Tangled themed ears for Rapunzel. These are her Lost Princess ears with a sequency bow. They are 3D printed fully. These ones were done on the MMU, so you have filamentum gold in the center, and the outside of these is polyalchemy nightshade. Is that the color? Nightshade? The purple one. Yeah, nightshade, I think. I don't know. These ones, I think, because they're a custom color, are 50. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. Yeah, 50. That's the price of those ones. And my lead time is 2 to 3 weeks. Because right now I'm crazy busy, which is great. I think I have 12 orders right now that need to go out. So yeah, so these are my ears. I also have ones like these that are Dumbo. And these ones are glittery. So I won't mess with them too much or Nick might have a heart attack. I have ones like these that are Pluto. And somewhere over here, I have my favorites, which are Maleficent. Some dust. Yeah, so these are Maleficent. And these are glow in the dark with Matter Hackers glow. I don't know if I have any. I do have like legit Mickey ones, but they're on the other side of the table, so I'm not going to try to grab them right now.
So
all the ones I have over here are different.
Mike wants to know if you're busy going into March break.
Yeah, I think so. Flower and Garden Festival is starting up soon at Epcot, so things have gotten fairly busy because everybody's planning their flower and garden trips. I have some shamrock ears. They're not epoxied yet, but I have some shamrock ears that will be released soon. How cute are those? Right? They're little Mickey heads made out of 4-leaf clovers. So those will be available for the Flower and Garden Festival that is happening. But yeah, no, it's been super busy the last couple weeks. February has now been my busiest month yet, and it's not even over yet, which is great. Hence the need for organizing this place. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter. This weekend, Nick helped me organize this place because it was a disaster. Legit disaster. Oh, sorry. Ears are a big thing. I mean, you can obviously always get ones at Disney, and people always do. Even people who go to Disney with ears like mine are still going to buy some. When we go to Paris, Disneyland, I will still buy Disneyland Paris ears.
Damn, we're 3 months away from that.
Even though I am bringing some ears with me, I will definitely need to buy some because we'll be there. So people are always going to buy those ones. They're also a lot less expensive in the parks. They run anywhere from $25 to $40 a piece. But they're not as customized as you can get online through a place like Etsy or even just other people's websites. So yeah. I also offer custom orders, and people really like the idea of being able to customize what they want. Have you taken over the chat with PUBG?
Sort of, kind of, almost. You know, talking about all the things that happen.
Thanks for all the thumbs up.
Seriously,
like I said, I intended on this being a really awesome video about how to do those glasses and make them your own. But sadly, it was not meant to be.
Instead, they just got awesome us.
Yeah, instead you just get, you know, a shoot the shit kind of conversation.
Whatever, yeah.
And I will now be demonetized for saying that.
Probably.
Yeah, I've actually, the Pluto ears were an original custom order. These ones were an original custom order. My custom orders, my mindset on those, and it's stated very clearly to my customers that if there's a lot of interest in the ears, I will change them slightly, but they will be released so that they are not identical to the ones that were the custom order. Like these ones were originally solid, they weren't hollow, but I'm only offering them as hollow for now. But I've had a good amount of custom ears, maybe
I would
6 or 7 now?
No, it's got to be more than that.
Is it? I don't know.
I would
kind of lost count.
Pluto Sully was custom, right?
No.
Oh. Pluto, the Rapunzel ears.
The other Rapunzel ears.
Stitch wasn't custom, was it?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Stitch was custom.
So 2 Rapunzels, a Pluto, a Stitch.
The snowflakes were a request, but it wasn't really a...
Oh, the Star Wars ones.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars ones were another custom. Okay,
I'd
so I've done that like...
I'd say you probably
close
had 10 to 12.
Yeah, 10, maybe 10. I'd say 10. 10 custom orders, which is really nice. I limit my custom orders to really only 1 or 2 per month, give or take at this point, because it got to the point where I was doing so many of those that I couldn't actually get updated items out into the shop. So I've slowed down on the customs. I do have a waiting list right now for custom orders, which I guess is a good problem to have. So we'll see what happens. Some exciting stuff though. It's fun for sure. All right, well, on that note, I think we need to call it.
What?
I need to get a workout in.
Damn.
Yeah.
I already got my workout in.
Yeah, Nick was good. He got his. I did not.
Let's face it, I got a workout in so I can drink chocolate milk. I'm like a huge kid.
He is like a huge kid. I'm also exhausted and thinking I'm going to call an early night tonight.
You thinking about making molds for your ears? Question I came across.
You know, I hadn't thought about it. I don't know how easy that would be to do or how helpful that would be to do. It might allow me to do some unique stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know. It is something to think about. Thank you. But yeah, we'll see. The thing that I need to finish figuring out is how to clean up my workspace so that I can get a slightly better workflow, although this weekend definitely helped big time. But if you could see on the other side of the camera, there is, granted, I just epoxied a bunch of stuff, so there's epoxy setting all over the place. And then there's a big mess. So at some point I will figure it all out and get organized and stay on top of my taxes.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, one of these
Asking
times.
a bit much there.
I know. Someday. Someday I'll be on top of things. Yeah, I will check out Punished Props. I'm a big fan of their videos in the first place.
Punished Props.
I watch them a lot.
Bill from Punished Props is actually who I've been watching, as well as Uncle Jesse Clayton and The Broken Nerd, for how I'm going to finish off the toys that I'm creating.
Yeah, so I agree with all of those. I wonder if any of them could help me with my coffee table top mold.
I'm sure they could.
I'll have to ask.
Well, Clayton's going to be at Murph.
Is he? Is he officially?
I think so. We'll see.
I don't know if he is.
We'll see.
I'll have to ask him. Alright guys, we are going to call it. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for this not being the stream I wanted it to be. But thank you guys for hanging out anyway. That's very awesome of you guys. I will probably just, well, I can't really do anything with this until I get get this to allow me to screen capture. Whether I want to stream it or film it, I can't do either without screen capture. So I will see what I can do and hopefully have that up for you guys soon. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. I lost my mouse. Okay, bye.